Let's get ready to rumble!
Senior Nation jam-packed show today. Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today.
Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies.
Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna.
The best trade idea resource out there. Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday morning. We are rocking and rolling. We have a hot market. Stock market today is a little bit boring. You know, we have very few stock movers today. I guess let's just start there for 15 seconds. Check this out. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to have a list of the biggest stock gainers and losers today. Maybe. All right, maybe we're not sharing the screen. Whatever. If it decides to load, it'll decide to load. But I'll share my screen. We'll have a list of the biggest stock gainers and losers today, and it's boring. It's a really boring Monday. We don't have anything ripping and roaring higher, ripping and roaring lower, but that's whatever. But welcome, guys. Welcome to the Power Hour. This is the Trade Idea Show. That's why we're spending this time together every single day, these 60, 90 minutes together every single day. If we are not delivering on trade ideas, you guys know where to get us, okay? You have the chat, you have our Twitters, etc. You know where to come find us. And you can call us out for not delivering on ideas. Jam-packed show today, as always. 12:05, Matt Wallace, #1 Doge YouTuber, Doge personality, Doge supporter, educator, is going to be joining us. So just a second here. So we're going to be talking about Dogecoin. We're in a hell of a run right now. 12:20 Eastern. I've got a list of 5 stocks that I want to talk about into earnings and some trades that we made last week. 12:25, we're going to do our chat challenge. And we're going to have a public company CEO on. So we are rocking and rolling today. Jam-packed show as always. Again, if we're not delivering for you guys, we're not delivering ideas.
Uh-oh. I don't know what happened there to my main man, Luke. Oh, here he is. Oh.
I'm back. Chrome restarted. It was a little weird. But all right. Without further ado, let's dive into Doge. It's the day for it. We tried to get the Dogecoin song to go today. We couldn't pull it off. But we have something even better. Matt Wallace is going to be joining us. Matt, what's up, man? Welcome to the Power Hour. Welcome to Benzinga. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. I have to say, in all your videos, you have like the best setup ever.
I mean, I like the lights in the background just because it makes it more fun. But that's just
absolutely. Me. And you got like the iPad there where you can pull up articles and that sort of thing. It's a great setup.
Yeah, it makes life easier because I can just show the Dogecoin price. I can show all the awesome things happening with the stock market and cryptocurrency world.
Yep. And all right. So we're at 41.5. It looks like at last check. I saw you call out 50 cents, not out of the question this week. So far it seems like your expectation has been pretty spot on.
Yeah, I mean, it's been cool to watch Dogecoin. I think 50 cents this week is absolutely on the table, especially considering the SNL skit that is coming. And before we dive into that, I do want to kind of establish my background a little bit.
Please.
So I've been investing for as long as I can remember, since I've been old enough to do so. And I've really kind of learned how to predict cryptocurrencies, how to predict stocks in some way as well. And so I've been using that. And I have a group where people can join. On that group, not even including Dogecoin, this year, we've outperformed the crypto market by about 20 times. And so Dogecoin, a lot of people see, oh, well, that sounds like a joke. If you hear the media, you're going to think Dogecoin's not a serious investment. You actually have to look into the numbers behind it. Dogecoin has been the best performing crypto of any of my picks. It's my favorite one by far. We love talking about it for sure. And so that's kind of a little bit of my background. Even without Dogecoin, we still have been picking some great ones, but Dogecoin is, of course, the favorite.
Yeah. So I guess let's start with Doge and then move into some other cryptos. But how did you first get into Dogecoin? Why did you first get into it? What I know that the price action probably isn't a lure, but are there other things that drew you to the currency?
So my first time ever was August of 2018 investing in it. And the reason why I did some research on it. It was the only crypto I invested in because it was the only one I looked at and said, wow, this one could absolutely go crazy one day. One day we could see this little investment I'm putting in now turn into a lot. And over time, I put more and more into it. And it would just be fun to go back in time and tell myself from the past in 2018 what was going to come from that little investment that would grow to be so much bigger.
But why, like in 2018, did you say like this is the one?
So I looked at basically I was looking at the transaction fees, the average transaction fees behind it. I saw its usability and its functionality as a currency. I also saw the potential there because of how fun it was, because of the fact that the price looked relatively low in comparison to the other ones that were available on Robinhood as well. It just kind of worked. It made a lot of sense. And so if it makes a lot of sense, it makes a lot of dollars. That's what I like to say.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's a good one. So it makes a lot of sense, makes a lot of dollars. Maybe we'll get a to the moon out of you today. I don't know. I'm not going to push my luck. So a question that I had for you is whether you view Doge as like, hey, this is a short, medium-term trend, or whether this is something that has, long-term functionality and therefore value. And it seems like more of the latter. Is that fair to say?
Oh, absolutely. Let me go ahead and show you a few stats real quick. Because, of course, I come prepared. I got the numbers. I got the stats. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, baby.
And also, you don't even have to ask twice. To the moon!
Woo! There we go. All right. We're to the moon.
It's going to the moon. There's no question about it. Literally and metaphorically both. Value transacted in the last 24 hours for Dogecoin is 1.88 billion. Now you compare that to the average transaction fee, which is $1.27. Now you look at that in comparison to where Ethereum currently is. Ethereum, 9.27 billion. Ethereum is one of my other favorite cryptocurrencies. I currently have money into it. So I'm not bashing Ethereum at all. I still love Ethereum and I want it to do well. It's been doing really well lately. That said, specifically when it comes to the standpoint of being used as a currency, right now, Dogecoin, $1.27, Ethereum 825 or 805 right there. You can see that's the average value transacted in the last 24 hours. But Ethereum also has a little bit more total value transacted. So when you actually account for that, right now Dogecoin is anywhere between 2 and 5 times more efficient in terms of the average transaction fee than one of the top cryptocurrencies in Ethereum. And that will only get better with time too, because we're going to see more and more people mining Dogecoin, which will bring those speeds up and bring the fees down even more. So it's already one of the best. It's already very competitive. There's a reason why it's at number 5 right now, and it has the potential to go to number 1 and be the future cryptocurrency of Earth.
Okay, so that's a long-term thinking. On the short-term side of things, of course, we have Elon Musk, SNL this upcoming weekend. Is it like officially confirmed that he's going to do something Dogecoin, or is that sort of the speculation based on his tweets?
So I would say it's as confirmed as it can possibly be. There's no such thing as a guarantee ever. But I mean, he did tweet out Doge Father. Then he also tweeted out. So someone asked him, will there be a Doge Father skit? He said, of course, or something along those lines. He confirmed it. So that's a double confirmation right there from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Elon Musk. I don't think you can deny the double confirmation.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then can you back us into some numbers that you've already done before? But for those who didn't see it, you speculated 30, 50, 100 million people could be impacted in seeing the images of Elon Musk talking about Dogecoin. Can you take us through that again?
Yeah, of course. So generally speaking, SNL, which used to be a way better show than it is now, I think a lot of people agree on that.
I used to. Okay. What about Mad TV? Did you ever watch Mad TV?
I can't say I'm a fan of Mad TV. No.
Okay, I liked Mad TV like 8 to 10x more. But anyways, keep going.
I mean, if it was called Matt TV, maybe I'll be more interested.
Yeah, there you go.
But
we'll have to make that. You and I we'll make Matt TV.
Hey, I'm totally down. We can call it Matt and Luke TV. It can be a double whammy there. But as far as the SNL skit, so generally speaking, they get around 9 to 10 million viewers, which is a lot. That's a lot of people. But because it's Elon Musk, the viewers could be higher. And even though they're not nearly as good as they used to be as a show, they still can pull in some people to watch from time to time with the amount of celebrity power. Also, Miley Cyrus is going to be on too. So to have both of them on, easily, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 20, 30 million people in terms of the viewership for this. And even if it's less than that, Their most viewed YouTube video has around 80 million. They have a few other videos.
Wait, which one is their most viewed? Do you know?
Let me go and pull it up. So I probably shouldn't show it on the screen. It's a little bit inappropriate. It's about a teacher, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I won't show it on the screen, but it's about a teacher.
All right, everybody's imagination is going. You gave us enough.
Yeah, I think you get the idea of what kind of video it is. They have a little fun on there. They start,
yeah, of course.
And so if the Elon Musk Miley Cyrus skit, hopefully together, please do it together, SNL. We want to see Elon Musk and Miley going in on a giant Dogecoin wrecking ball. Just break the internet.
There's a decent chance that happens. Like there's like,
right?
I think it's more likely than not.
I agree. I would say if I had to put a chance on it, and this is completely and totally mathematical, no memes at all behind this, I would say exactly 69% chance based on my calculations.
Okay, yeah, 69.420%.
Yeah.
Okay, but keep going. I cut you off. You're getting us to the 100 million number.
And I do want to say as well, before we get too far in this, so we did put the link to, if you want to sign up for Benzinga, they are a great resource. Before we get to the rest of this, go ahead and tell people why they should consider doing the free trial. If you use the link, you can get a free trial. You're welcome to try it out. And go tell, if you want to tell people why they may want to consider signing up for Benzinga.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Benzinga Pro is the best real-time news and data like platform out there. It's all web, no desktop, etc. Like some of these old school stock and crypto and market research platforms. Real-time stock market news and data. Like every time news breaks, whatever happens, you're getting it before anybody else. I depend on it for everything, trading, markets, investment-wise. Granted, I'm biased. I work here, and I've been a user for the past 8 years of the product because I've worked here. But I seriously could not imagine doing markets without it, especially when we have like all these crazy earnings weeks with the stock market going nuts. So if there's a time to check it out, to get on that free trial, it's now totally non-committal. So go do that. Yeah,
it's definitely worth it because if it works for you, then you can sign up and use the free trial to actually sign up. If it doesn't work, then it's free trial. You can just cancel. So, I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah, just cancel it, harass our support people. I mean, at least have some fun out of it. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, there's no reason not to at least try. So I figured I'll go ahead and throw it in there before we get too far in the video because a lot of people will just watch the beginning. For those of you who are watching toward the end, though, shout out for that. That's what I call dedication, and that means
boom.
Yeah, you want to know more than the average person.
Exactly.
And so
go ahead.
I was just going to talk more about that. So the SNL skit, I think it could either be something involving a wrecking ball, or it could be something, the Doge father, maybe a reference to the Godfather, something involving that. Someone also did propose a few very out there ideas on his Twitter that he was considering as well, which I don't want to talk about just in case YouTube gets mad at us. But there could be some very far out there ideas that may also go viral. There's so much potential here. The memes we're going to get from this is going to be next level. There's no question about that.
Yep, totally agreed. All right, moving off of Doge for a second. Can you talk about SafeMoon? A lot of our core audience are all stock market people, right? We see SafeMoon trending on Twitter. We hear about it a little bit. We don't know what it is. Can you just break it down for us amateurs?
Of course, yeah. Let me go ahead and pull up SafeMoon real quick. And so
see, this setup that you have is amazing. It's great.
I know. Why does no one else do this?
I don't know, man.
Mine. It's mine. You have to pay me a fee of $69 per month if you want to use this. Anyone else?
Don't forget about that 42 cents. Yes.
69,420 exactly. And so right now, I mean, it's down. SafeMoon's down so much. I don't really want to kick it while it's down. In the past, I've had some issues with some of their marketing techniques. I don't want to kick it while it's down this much because it's just been steadily going down lately a lot. And I don't necessarily have any problem with the coin itself, except for the 10% fee. So it's unusable as a currency. You cannot and will not ever be able to use SafeMoon.
Wait, you said 10% fee?
Yes.
For transacting in it?
Basically, the reason why they had this, the whole entire point of SafeMoon, the reason they invented it is because they want to basically incentivize people to hold forever and never sell and never take their profits. And so that's why they called it SafeMoon. That's kind of the behind the name. But yes, so 10%, 5% goes back into it approximately, and that's spread out into two different sections. Then also another percentage goes into the actual exchange. I don't have the exact percentages that goes out from that. I've heard them in the past. I just don't have them on top of my head memorized. But it's around 10. It's 10% that goes out every single time, which means as a currency, you can't use it. You'll never be able to. They're trying to compete for that store of value market. And the only way they can do that successfully is if they show they're better than Bitcoin. Have they shown that? I don't think they have yet. And the reason why I don't want to bash them while they're down, though, is because I do know there are some Dogecoin investors who currently have SafeMoon. So I don't want to cause it to go down. I mean, it'd be cool to see it go up. They also have an exchange they're working on, so maybe there's something there. But I mean, it's been going down so much, and so I just wanted to make sure everyone knows they do pay some people to do fake comments, I believe, based on what I'm seeing. So just be careful if you're choosing to invest in it. Hopefully you'll do well, but it may not.
Okay, and you're segueing me for a stock market lesson too, which is that there's a lot of these small penny stocks that pay for stock promotion, right? If you see a stock that's 2 cents and it goes to 50 cents, something along those lines, you see a flood of volume that didn't exist before. A lot of times it's because these companies they're scam artists. They're paying people to go out, promote this stock, get the stock to run up. Then you just see a ton of shares get dumped. A lot of these promoters, they don't get paid in cash. They get paid in shares of the stock. So they're incentivized to keep pump. And then they wipe you all out. So that's my warning. If you're investing in unregulated stocks, you're investing in sub penny stocks, et cetera, they start moving like that. A lot of times it has to do with promotion. Be careful. So it sounds like a similar thing happens in the crypto market.
Yeah, and I will go ahead and say, to any government officials watching, do not under any circumstances use that as an excuse to crack down on crypto and investing. That's a small percentage of what happens. Most people in the market, they understand what's going on with that. They're not going to fall for it. So we don't need you to come protect us, Mr. Government. Stay away. Let us do our stocks and trading in cryptocurrency on our own. We can handle it. Some people will fall for it, but most people won't. And the people who do will learn from that and then not fall for it again.
Boom. All right. And with that one, I think we're going to do the first air horn of the day. Oh, we didn't hear it, producer Rohan. All right, we have air horns. We'll get it fixed. Don't worry.
I mean, talk about the biggest letdown of 2021 so far. I was looking forward to the air horn.
Don't worry, the air horn is coming. I see him working away. He's got sweat on his brow, producer Rohan. So we'll get it going. Okay, but altcoins. Right, you're outside of just Doge, right? You've got a knack for identifying, so some of the less mainstream coins that have seen price appreciation, etc. What are some of the things that you look for in those currencies? How do you know, like, hey, this one's interesting, that sort of thing?
Yeah, and so a lot of people see my channel. I talk about Dogecoin a lot, and they say, "Oh, well, this guy, he's probably just having fun." And you're 100% right, but it's not just having fun. It's also actually looking at the numbers, the analytics, and the stats behind things to kind of predict them and see where they're going. And so when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's 3 things you can look at. The first one is you can look at social ranking, how many people are talking about it online. You can compare that to the market cap and kind of get an idea of where it's going. The second one...
Wait. Where do you look at social ranking at?
So Lunar Crush is a good source for that. You can look at social ranking there. You can also look at the amount of tweets in the last hour. You can set your tweet thing. You can look at how many tweets are coming in per minute, or you can go on Instagram and see if people are posting about it there, which is less likely. Twitter's probably the best place for that. Even though Twitter can be very annoying at times, it's still probably the best place for that.
Yep, agreed. Agreed on both points. Annoying and best place a lot of times. So, all right, number 1 is looking at the social ranking. All right, keep.
So number 2, look for a unique factor behind it. If it has a way that it stands out, and those 2 things are the main reasons I've been able to predict at 20 times the rate of the market. The entire market cap of cryptocurrency has gone up from around 1 trillion to around 2 trillion. In that time, our picks have outperformed that by 20 times, which is awesome. I mean, it's great. And that's why people are so happy with that. But so those are the 2 main ones. Then you can also just kind of look at the general mood around it. You can look at the actual price of it, where the chart is going. And if you see any type of pattern, or it looks like it's going up, if you see an upward trend, or maybe it's been really high in the past, and so it has the potential to do so, but it's a little bit lower now. So there's a lot of factors to go into it, but those are definitely the 3 main ones.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, social ranking. We have what makes it unique, and then we have like some energy into it, some price action, etc.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and let me ask you this too. There are so many out there. The universe is so big, right? I mean, the stock market is the same thing. And the way that I start with my stocks is I go to a stock screener. I have characteristics I look like. I want to see revenue growth, insider buying, that sort of thing. How do we even narrow down that universe in the crypto world?
Yeah, so since I started talking about cryptocurrency, we have seen the amount of cryptocurrencies in circulation go up from around 2 or so thousand to now 9,531. And that number is still climbing. It's so easy to make a cryptocurrency. So to actually kind of dive into which ones have the potential, the best place to look is coinmarketcap.com, because you can see the ranking of them from top to bottom with the most market cap included in them. So the highest market cap is going to be the top. I'll go ahead and pull it up real quick. I actually already have it up right here. So that's what I was showing you here, where you see Dogecoin currently at number 5 in the world. Only a matter of time, right? Before Dogecoin, we see it hopefully moving up to that number 1 spot. It deserves to be there, and it will at some point become the future cryptocurrency first. I firmly believe that based on what I'm seeing around it. There's no better branding. There's no more energy. And Elon Musk being the most powerful and most influential person in the business world right now, and maybe even in the entire world. He's going to take it to the next level. I'm also working on, I found a pretty dang big clue. I'm working on a video right now for my channel, Final Stand, and that's going to be an exciting thing to watch. But this is basically the place to go for that. You can see the ranking there. You can see every single cryptocurrency. Well, let's double check on the number. So 9,542. Look at that. It went up. It went up a little bit just since the last time I checked, which was only minutes ago. So 372 exchanges. Market cap of all cryptocurrencies 2.28 trillion, going up by 1.2 trillion.
Just a lot of commas. It's a lot of commas.
A heck of a lot of commas. That's a lot of money right there. That is a lot of money. And then BTC currently has 47% of the market. Ethereum has a smaller percentage. I believe it's somewhere around maybe like 15% or so. So it's a little bit less. I'll double check on that. But BTC currently the number 1 spot, and it's not going to be there forever, in my opinion. I think we're going to see other cryptocurrencies passing it at some point in the future. We will likely see Dogecoin and Ethereum in those top 1 and 2 spots. It depends what order they're going to be on based on what we see with the catalyst in the future. But it's going to likely be those 2 at the top.
So do you own a significant amount of Bitcoin in terms of percentage of your holdings?
No. So I do have Bitcoin. I'm rooting for Bitcoin. I want to see it do well. I just look at it and I understand, but when you actually see the functionality behind it, every other cryptocurrency can also be used as a store of value for the most part, except for ones like SafeMoon, which have the big fees. It's harder to use it for that. But for the most part, most cryptocurrencies can be used as a store of value, like Bitcoin, and they can work as well. Perhaps you can say they're not as stable. They have a higher chance of going down. They have less support behind them. And so that is definitely a disadvantage. But overall, it actually comes down to the functionality of the currency. That's what's going to make other currencies come up to the top and pass Bitcoin.
Yep. Awesome. All right, Matt. Any final words of wisdom for us? This has been awesome.
Any final words of wisdom? I would definitely say, always double check on CoinMarketCap, on CoinDesk. Look at the numbers behind it. Never go blindly into any investment. Have fun with it. And you're welcome to check out Final Stand on YouTube. Final Stand's a great resource. Notifications on if you are going to subscribe, because that way you can get real-time updates. A great place to be.
I binged. I binged through your videos. They're absolutely binge-worthy. If you have not checked it out, do it.
Yeah, and we have a lot of fun in them too. We joke around, and it's a good time. Plus, it's learning a lot of stuff.
And there we go. You get an air horn before you get out of here. Matt, thanks for coming on and hanging out. Everybody out there in Zinger Nation, if you're watching this video, you're part of Zinger Nation, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go check out Matt's content. He's out there for the people. So Matt, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come hang out with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Make sure to check out the link down there if you want to sign up, and I will see you guys in the next video.
All right. Take care, man. Boom. How about that, guys? Changing things up for you, starting off a Monday morning. Anybody who watches the show, hey, it takes me a little bit to get going on Mondays, but today, Doge ripping, we're hitting it hard, and just diving straight into it. Absolutely an interesting week. Giving you guys a little bit of a preview as to what we have on the docket today. I'm about to hammer through a handful of stock ideas that I have for the week, give a couple of updates on trades that were made last week. We've got a couple more interviews coming up, so we are just going to keep rocking and rolling. Does that sound good? If that sounds good, hit the like button. If that sounds bad, go in the YouTube chat and blow me up. But yeah, 10 minutes late on the air horn, I know. 10 minutes late on the air horn, we'll do another one. The courtesy air horn for you right there. But all right, let's go ahead and get this screen share going here. I've got a live trade to make, and then I've got 4 other tickers that I think are interesting for this week that we're going to talk through before we hop into our next interview. So we're going to be flying 5 stocks, 5 minutes. That's the promise, guys. 5 stocks, 5 minutes. First one up on the radar, New York Times, ticker NYT, November Yankee Tango, reporting earnings tomorrow. I think that there may be room on the downside for this one. So stock is already a good deal, almost 20% off of its highs. That said, the expectations for the stock to report their earnings tomorrow, this is when the stock puts out their quarterly revenue results, user results, etc. The estimates are pretty high. And they have some headwinds, right? Keep in mind that they're going to be reporting for the period January through March. This is the first time that New York Times, again, a news company, a digital publisher, etc., will be reporting their quarterly results without Donald Trump in office. Plus COVID for that period of time, those 3 months. I know it's picked back up, but for those 3 months, January through March, it had definitely slowed down. The news wasn't as novel, crazy, etc. Comment in the chat. Benzinga planning to introduce a coin in the future. We were actually just talking about a project on Friday. Little teaser. Don't share. We'll get to it. But again, we do not have a Donald Trump in office for New York Times. COVID news is dying down. People are getting vaccinated. Several of the states have gotten their life back to normal, and analyst estimates are still lofty for the stock. So I think that New York Times could see a miss or at least a slowdown. I'm going to take a little bit of action on the stock into the earnings report tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and buy these 44 strike puts on the stock. This is a lower conviction one for me. I'm absolutely not advising anybody to follow me into this thing. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. It's a really small trade, right? It's one of those trades that it's a $100 trade that could be like a $500 return. Anybody who's watched the show for a while usually knows I want to sink at least, like $5,000 or something like that into a trade. But this is a low conviction one. I want to have a little bit of action into it. I have a little bit of an edge because I can see our user numbers on benzinga.com. And I can say, in those January, February, March months, if it hadn't been for GameStop, our traffic would have been slower here at benzinga.com. New York Times, it's not a financial publisher. They don't have as much fun as we do at Benzinga. They don't have nearly as much GameStop coverage. So if we say traffic x GameStop, I think that they could be in for a little bit of pain. So there's the trade that I'm taking on New York Times. I said 5 stocks, 5 minutes. I just used 2 of them, 3 more to go. So let's keep it running. Leslie's, the pool trade, ticker LESL, Lima Echo Sandy Lima. That one is still working out for us. Leslie's is going to be reporting earnings on Wednesday after the close. We are long this one with calls. Specifically, we own the 25 strike calls on the stock. We are nicely in the green on the trade so far. Basically, the thesis is the southern half of the U.S. froze in what's typically a really slow quarter. Again, we're talking about January through March. So we're going to hold calls likely through earnings. If the stock runs up, right, if we see like some 31, 32 prints into the earnings report, I'll dump the position, take my 100% runner and not take the risk to blow it up. But again, we're going to be holding this one through earnings most likely, depending on price action. Again, this is a pool company. We have a thesis on it. The analyst estimates have not moved higher based on our thesis, which again is that they sold a ton of pool chemicals as Texas froze and people had to rechlorinate their water. They had to fix pipes that broke, that sort of thing. All right, so there's 2 out of 5. Clover Health, we sold covered calls against this stock last week. Again, covered call, it's when you own shares of the stock, which I currently own shares of Clover Health. We sold calls for $14. We collected about 50 cents of premium. That trade's working out for us so far today with Clover Health down 4%. Basically, if that trade makes it all the way through to fruition, it will have lowered our cost basis on Clover Health by about 50 cents or so. So it lowers our cost basis. Are we still not down because the stock is down? Yes, but that's why I love selling covered calls. The stock you want to hold for a long time. That sort of thing. And then one more that I want to talk about. Again, 5 stocks, 5 minutes. We're flying through in ticker Ebang, EBON. This is one that we never got into. Ebang. I just want to throw this one out here. This was like a favorite of the chat for a while. The stock has been getting clobbered a little bit, down to sitting right here on some support. Right, it's sitting right on lows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like right at a low that the stock has not been able to break below for the past year, really. And that's why I think this one's interesting today is maybe it gets a bounce off of these lows. But I want to throw it out to Zinger Nation. If you guys are long this stock, you're long Ebang, throw me the 1 in the chat. If not, throw me the 2. I'm curious where everyone is at with this thing. And I see that Mr. Jason Raznick is clicked here and joined the stream. He's probably waiting for me to stop blabbering on. What's up? What's up?
Hold on. No, I'm not waiting for you to stop blabbering on. I'm waiting for you to stop bloviating.
I'm bloviating. I always bloviate. That's all I do.
Yeah, they had the YouTube behind the scenes Benzinga thing come out on Saturday or Sunday or Friday, and there's a whole thing about bloviating. So,
all right,
I'm trying to raise my computer. That's all. That's why I'm looking down.
Well, it's definitely, we're definitely looking higher.
All right, good. We're good. We're good now. All right, get out of here.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna leave you all in the hands of Jason Raznick. Like I said, we've got an awesome interview coming up in just a minute. Jason's gonna be dropping some more stock ideas. Those are my 5 stocks, 5 minutes. I will see you all soon and end it.
All right. I hope you guys liked Luke today. I hope you enjoyed his picks, his trades. If you're in the room, like and subscribe. I know we are not just on YouTube now. We're getting distribution for other places. So the audience is broken up a little bit, but we're excited. We have a great guest coming on, symbol MEDS. So symbol MEDS, maybe some of you guys are here for that company, B2B web marketplaces focused on the pharmaceutical industry. So I'm not going to bloviate any further. I'm going to go right to that. That's what I'm going to do. So hold on a moment, and then I will tell you about some trades that I made at the end of last week. And I will tell you about flag football because I went to the National Hall of Fame in Canton for a big tournament. My hair is weird today, but it's just what it is, okay? I can't do it in the thing. So you guys have to deal with it. It's a little, all right, whatever. It's gray. That's all you guys know. All right, so here we go. The guest doesn't want to hear about my hair. So we're going to do our little intro. You guys know it. And there we go. All right, so I'm going to add him in. Here we go. Hey, Suren, how are you?
Hey, Jason. Pretty good, Jason.
Did I pronounce your name right?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Before we get into your company, I always like to learn more about you, the person, and how you got to this company, etc.
No, that's fantastic, Jason. My background is mostly financial background. My partner, Sean Patel, and I used to own independent pharmacies all across pretty much the Tampa Bay area. That's how we went through the pain points that independent pharmacies go through for their supply chain issues, and we came out with a Trxade. So just to let you know, my background is mainly finance, and happy to dabble into independent pharmacies back in 2010, and there we are here.
So this company, so you've been in the pharmaceutical space for a while then?
Yes, for the last 10 years, yes.
Okay. And so how did this company come about then?
If you look at, as you're aware, today's trying times has shown us all importance of good healthcare, and it's a timely diagnosis and deliverance of appropriate therapy, whether it's a medication or otherwise. I know the healthcare is very complex with the varying priorities among stakeholders, and especially runaway costs with every unmanaged treatment is costly. And on top of it, the consumer demand is at all-time high. The need to take one's health into their own hands has never been stronger. Holistic approach for well-being is reshaping our healthcare institutions. And I know you've seen a lot of innovative companies in this space, bridging the gap in this fragmented healthcare system. But none have the story of Trxade and its origins. Like we have a 10-year history with a simple solution to help pharmacies capitalize on their pricing arbitrage of pharmaceuticals. Today, one involves the grander vision of bridging the gap of health services, especially experienced by the providers and patients.
Okay. So I know you had some, well, I don't want to go to the recent news yet, but we'll go to that in a second. But the B2B web marketplaces, can you tell me more about that?
Sure. That's how the thought process has been started. If it's a total market size for the pharmaceuticals is around $685 billion by 2023. Most of the sales flow through the big chains like Walgreens and CVS. That's not our market. We focus on 21,000 independent stores, but their still purchasing power is around 72 billion annually. And these independents have accustomed to buying 80% from the big three, McKesson, Cardinal, and AmerisourceBergen. That much concentration over the years created a lack of price and cost transparency, resulting in severe limitation of the purchasing choices these independents have. And that's the opportunity Trxade has started with. So what do? We provide a distribution solution within a cloud-based environment, created a marketplace for these independent pharmacies, primarily to bring them the purchasing efficiency, pricing transparency, and means of product sourcing that meets their desired transactional terms from a reputable suppliers.
Got it. Okay. And then you had some recent news.
You cut off, Jason. Are you there?
Yep. I'm here. You can't hear me?
Yeah, you just cut off the question. Sorry.
Sorry. So you had oriented health passport, government-oriented health passport for expedited COVID reopenings. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. It's at the end of the day, we are all about independent pharmacies. As the country is trying to open up and more vaccinations are taking place, and we want to empower our independent pharmacies. So if you look at the Trxade, it's all about health services IT company providing the solution for the procurement, drug procurement, or patient engagement, or prescription journey. In that journey, and we are trying to empower our independent by providing a technology for vaccination scheduling or vaccination reports, so that because these independents serve the member the network that are on our platform, around 12,000 plus members, indirectly serve 12 to 15 million patients. When they take the vaccination, they need to have certain kind of report, and because they cannot carry the paper and stuff. So we are empowering them, providing the technology, so that when the stadiums open up, when the businesses open up, or airlines or cruise lines and so on and so forth, so these guys can take that app and show them whether it's a COVID results or a vaccination results, so that the app generates a QR code. Once you scan that QR code, and it will allow you, the patient, it's a green check mark, so you can proceed. If it's a red check mark, that means it has the vaccination has not been taken, or a COVID test results, and so on and so forth. But not only that, the 360-degree view is we are actually providing, along with our app, the kiosks. That kiosk will test them for a temperature and as well as oxygen level. For a temperature high, you can take probably some Tylenol and stuff that drops you the temperature, but you still have an asymptomatic conditions for this COVID. We want to measure the oxygen level, so that and as well as backward checking, third-party checking with the vaccination, so that you are allowed to that stadium for 72 hours, and whether the venues, sport venues, or whatever the length of the time these businesses will schedule, whether they want to give an access for that particular patient 72 hours or a week, whatever. So our app will be able to do that.
Got it. Now, did you guys build the app?
Yes, it's an in-house built as I mentioned, to empower our independents when they're creating the vaccinations. They can generate that report and give it to the patient so that they can carry around.
Oh, okay. So how long did it take you to build that app?
We're still in the process. We just uploaded recently, so we haven't launched that officially. We're still in the kinks, creating the beta testing and alpha testing going on. So official launch is probably end of June.
Got it. And how long have you been public for?
We've been public since 2014 on the OTCQB, but we were uplisted last year to the NASDAQ market, ticker symbol MEDS, MEDS.
Got it. And what's like the revenue like, or when's your next earnings announcement?
We recently announced our revenue, the first quarter revenue of approximately 3.1 million for the first quarter. The last year was 17 million. Jason, we've been under the radar for a while, and we're working on gaining more awareness in the investment community as we execute our business plan. we're trying to create that visibility because if you know, this is not a new concept. You've seen these other online trading platforms like eBay or Kayak, but first in pharmaceuticals, we brought in this B2B trading platform. We're trying to venture into the B2C by empowering our independents.
So let me ask you a question. So you did 17 or up close to 18 last year in revenue?
Correct.
And first quarter was like 3.4. So is Q1
3.1 million? Yep.
So is Q1 normally slower? Like, is that quarter, like year over year on quarters? Is that similar to what you had the first quarter last year, or?
No, actually, we are feeling the COVID impact. Most of the some of the independent pharmacies are not opened up completely 100%. Some of the states like New York, California, Texas. When they are eventually open up 100%, yes, we see that uptick in the B2B revenues. And to answer your question, yes, we see the usually the first quarter slow and fourth quarter slow, but the middle quarter 2 and 3 usually picks up.
Okay, no, that's right. And then is the app a bit? The app that you have coming out, is that a big like launch that you're going to have with partners? And is that one of the big next catalysts, maybe?
Yes, we're looking at that as our big catalyst as the countries are opening up, and not only domestic. We are targeting the international market as the tourism is picking up, like all South American countries, and we can able to even monitor 2-week the quarantine also. If they got the red check mark on our app, we'll put them in 2-week quarantine and geofencing on our cell phones and so on and so forth, so that we can monitor.
Okay. Is there anything I didn't ask you, Suren, that you want investors to know about your company?
Yeah, if you look at our outstanding shares, 8.1 million when compared to the other big companies that have hundreds of millions of outstanding shares, that capital structure enables us reasonable earnings per share fairly quickly. And that's the key differentiator of us. That's I want to emphasize to the investment community. I think we offer a significant potential for return on investment because of our capital structure and the diversified sources of revenue. And our trading platform is very unique with a minimum competition in terms of our cumulative service offerings. And we intend to establish a first mover advantage in this space.
Got it. And how is the cash on the books right now?
We're sitting on a pretty good cash position with a minimal debt, zero, almost like a $225,000 debt, with a $5.6 million cash in the books, and we're constantly generating cash on cash. So do I need to raise some additional capital? It's probably the strategic buyout, yes, but for our day-to-day operations, no.
So you're doing good, dude. Okay. Well, it's a company that looks interesting. You have some new products. Make sure when you have stuff to announce, let Zoltan know, and we'll bring you on again. Okay.
Appreciate that, Jason. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for highlighting your company, and we look forward to updates in the near future.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, guys. It's the symbol NEDS. There's catalysts for it. There's catalysts. We talk about the app, the marketplaces, and there's change in healthcare and pharmaceutical. So these are companies that I like to find when they're young and smaller. Some I invest in, some I don't, but it at least brings the color to you guys to take a further, deeper dive into it. And we'll, bring them on again when there's new updates. So, so check that out. Now, I know in a few minutes we have another guest coming on, Jacob Dunning, and he will be, showing some trades, some action, some of his favorite ideas. But I said prior to that, I would show you a couple of my recent trades. So you guys know that I've been preaching a few stocks. My biggest holdings right now, what's percentage of portfolio are, TAP, Leslie Pool Supply, Penn I still own a bunch of. Let's see what else. FGF I own a bunch of still. Aaron is showing you some of the. So Leslie's is not an apostrophe S. So I was wrong on that when I said it to the guys at Benzinga. That was my mistake. Why does he always put that banner like opinions don't necessarily reflect Benzinga? Okay, so I'll just go like this. All right. But how could they get a 2-week free trial? They don't even see the discount. So that's a stupid ad. They don't know how to fix that. Anyways, people, the inches are important, guys. Details matter. I put a link there and there's no code. It says get a discount. So I should have changed that. But STKS, that's STK Steakhouse. I at one point owned 2,000 shares. My position is down now to 800 shares, but we're up 20% on it. So I'm fine with it right now. Tesla, taking a hit on it. You guys know I've been trimming. What I do want to do is buy some long-term puts. I've sold too many shares this year that I'm going to have a big tax. I'm not to complain about taxes, but a big tax gain. And I would like to trim my position down even more. I need someone to help me to hedge my position. So I bought, original cost, $18. Then I bought more shares. So up to 150, and now we're at 680. So I have a large, like a 400% gain, 600% gain, 800% gain in the stock. I want to hedge it better because I think we're going to be going back and forth between the 660 to 760 range for the next 2 to 3 months because I don't see an immediate catalyst unless I am missing something. So, let me know on that. And then I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. And then Penn, I trimmed some, but I'm hanging on the rest. Upwork has gone down from 49 to 44. I'm not trimming right now. The one that I did trim a little bit, guys, because I bought it in the, when you guys mentioned HAYW, it went up a quick 40%. Well, we're up 5%, but it was up like 14%. So I sold some of that. Maybe I'll sell a little more. Let me see what my green flag says. We got first quarter earnings coming up. I mean, my catalyst hasn't happened, so I don't know if I'm going to sell or just hang on to a little bit. Now, did Leslie's, Aaron, will you look on Benzinga Pro, Aaron Bree, on Leslie's real quick? Go down to the news on it. Go to the news. Wait, hold on. May 5th. So Leslie is, what's the date today, Aaron? You're not on the show, Aaron. So
today is the 3rd.
So we got Leslie's earnings May 5th. I'm not going to sell anymore. I'm going to keep my Leslie's. I have about 900 shares and I have a few call options. It's 2.31% of the portfolio. Maybe I'll increase it a little bit, but I'm just right now sticking still. I'm not going to sell any. And that U.S. Steel, whoever gave the recommendation for May, yeah, the numbers came up, but it didn't like skyrocket. It's up 4% today. So we're back to even when I bought the position. So I'm not like complaining, but it's not like a home run. And Save is just still up 40%. And I'm keeping that. Maybe I should take some U.S. Steel off today, up 4%. I will. You guys, I've been getting off margin like a lot. So it's either going to be I'm going to load up on a position or I'm going to be a little bit more in cash or crypto. So I'm going to sell 1/5 of my U.S. Steel position right now, unless any of you guys can tell me not to. I won't. Oh yeah, STK, my favorite place in Vegas. Internet Enforcers, love to take you to STK for dinner one night. And I had the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders come to us. It was crazy. You think X is good to hold? Wait, what did Penn acquire? Can you pull up Penn news on in Benzinga Pro today? Yeah, so I'll give you an update on Voyager. So what Penn acquire? Where is it?
It says Penn to launch Penn Gaming Studios, company to acquire Hit Point Studios.
I acquired someone, dude.
Yeah, company to acquire Hit Point Studios and Lucky Point to accelerate. Let's see, acquiring Hit Point Studios.
Yeah, this is my whole thesis with the GAN position. These casinos are going to acquire the developers, and so that's why there's a call option basically on GAN, because they're going to get taken out. Penn ended up acquiring Hit Point and Lucky Point, but that's why GAN will be eventually bought, that kind of thing. So, and then wait, one more question. Will you pull up Voyager right now? Do you know the symbol? Okay.
No, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
And zoom in a little bit so that we can see it a little better.
Here we go. We just want the chart on this one or the news?
No, the news. Okay.
Voyager
Voyager provided a business update today. Click on it. So there's the news on it. They read the no, go down, up. Read the news item. Up.
It says for April, we continued our 2021 monthly trend of very strong account and principal value traded growth as Voyager onboarded new users at a record rate with over 130,000 new funded accounts added to the platform. The Voyager model has always been about offering the widest range of coins for retail consumers, and consistent with that, we have seen increased trading volume in alternative coins. To continue the trend, the company plans on adding additional coins over the next 60 days as the increased alternative coin volume has driven an increased over 45% in average basis points earned per trade, said Steve Ehrlich. That's our boy, Steve Ehrlich, CEO and co-founder. We continue to scale our infrastructure with a 2021 goal to accommodate 10 million users. We have made significant increases in technology and support staff as we strive to provide retail investors with the most trusted, secure, and user-friendly platform for investing and trading the largest selection of digital assets.
I don't think it said that's our boy Steve Ehrlich in the press release. I think that was your commentary, which is fine. But so Voyager, how many accounts was it again?
I think they said they added 130,000
it said
funded accounts. The company said in 130,000. In March, it was 90,000 accounts. So the growth is continuing. The assets under management are enormous. I didn't sell any shares recently, and then they announced they'd buy back some of their stock. So I hung on to it so far. Haven't sold. I sold some shares before, but my big position I haven't sold yet. And so that was good news. Now I know we have a guest, so let me do that. Aaron Bree has a special guest that he wanted to bring on and talk stocks. And here we go. Let's go for it.
Yo, how's it going?
Good, Jacob. How we doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Of course.
I'm a big fan.
Where are you joining us from today?
I'm based in Thornton, Colorado, right outside of Denver.
Okay. So you're in the Mile High City.
That's the name of the game. Yep. I'm from Nebraska originally, moved to Denver 5 years ago and going strong ever since.
Okay. Well, I'm from Missouri, so, repping the Midwest. I like it.
Yeah, Midwest.
So real quick, because we only got a few minutes now. We got our next show starting here in a couple minutes, but we'll get you back on.
Don't cut him off like that. You can go a few minutes extra, Aaron. We paid for that. Come on, man. Look at his computer setup. Give him some credit on that. Sweet.
No, I know. We were just about to get into what type of primarily what type of trader are you, Jacob?
So I do a lot of momentum, and I also do a lot of support and resistance. I mean, I try to keep it simple. A lot of people try to overcomplicate their trading. They try to have all these crazy strategies. I'm on the basis of stocks go from supply to supply and demand to demand. I'll find key levels. I watch chart patterns, candlestick patterns, and I try not to make things too crazy. A lot of people claim to have these 100% strategies, do this that works, that works. I found that just sticking to my roots and trading key levels, areas of confluence, and having tight stop losses is, has helped me over my years of trading. So if I had to have it in a sentence, that would be it.
Got it. So yeah, we see this set up. You got a lot of screens. That's impressive.
Yeah. And it's actually not all just for show. I mean, it looks like crazy, but on the top left, you see I have full algo. I usually have your guys' scanner on the bottom right. Get my fingers right. I trade on light speed, so that's this right here, and then I have my group chat I trade with on the top. So that kind of stuff on purpose. And
so you're using the scanner on Benzinga Pro already to?
I do. I've used it for some time now. I like it. Your guys' squawk is awesome. If there's anything popping off, any big volume popping off, any crazy gappers, halts, that it's always nice to know.
Oh, yeah, that's Charlie on the squawk. He's great. So what are you doing the scanner pre-market, looking for movers, or what are you looking for?
So I don't trade a lot of pre-market. If there's a big, back in the day, I don't remember if you remember when GLSI went absolutely nuts, went to 116 a day, things like that I'll watch for, and obviously that's, dime a dozen. But if there's big movers pre-market, gap up, go down, I'll watch it to break that level. During the market, I'll watch that type of stuff, but I mainly trade high beta names, like Tesla, Nvidia, Roku, stuff like that. That being said, I'd always keep my eye on it to watch when RKT went nuts, went from 23 to like 46 in a day or something, that came up on the scanner, and that was up in full algo. And for times like that, I'll use the scanner comes in handy.
Definitely.
So for sure.
I know you mentioned Tesla, Nvidia. Nvidia is one of my favorite stocks to trade, although I don't really like to sell it ever. I wish I could just keep adding it because I just love the stock, love the company. Do you have your eye on anything right now outside of those kind of big blue chip names?
I bought some. It's not a really well-known company. It's called Fathom, FTHM. I bought some of that when it was dipped down to 31 a few days ago. I've been adding. I'd hold a lot of cryptos long term, so I add into those. I haven't added any. I haven't added any like big long-term positions. I have some Tesla I got back in the 400s. I've added a little Amazon here and there, but there's nothing I've been like keen on. Like, this is the next big thing to blow up that I've been adding to my long-term, I guess you could say.
Got it. So what does this Fathom company do? I've never heard of this.
So yeah, one of my buddies dads put me onto it. They're a real estate, they're a cloud real estate company. And what they do is like they help investors, they help real estate people, in short, find homes and act as like from what I understand, I'm not a Fathom expert, but help people broker real estate, like investors and agents, et cetera, broker deals. And they've gone around in the recent months, weeks, buying other companies that do the same thing, and I guess like adding revenue sources. So I don't know, I liked it. I think cloud-based anything is the future, tech-based a lot, the pen and paper is slowly dying out. And so, if you have leading innovative technology, you have a good business, you're getting other streams of revenue. I personally like it long-term, but it's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have to do some, some more DD on this myself.
Yeah, for sure. Dig into it. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, well, I'll get you back on email. I'm looking right now, just like preliminary, looking at their chart. I'm looking up back. They had this high in February of like almost double what it's at now. It looks like it got all the way up to like $60. It's at 35 right now. So a lot of times that means the stock can go back up to its previous 52-week high, but definitely kind of looks like a continuous downtrend right now. So we'll see if it starts getting that curl back up. And you're looking at charts like you said, like you're relying on a lot of technical indicators.
I do. So like, I use what I call my spaghetti chart. It's just a bunch of SMAs, EMAs, Bollinger Bands, linear regression lines to like find my levels. But then when I'm day trading, I mostly stick to like the 5-minute chart. I can share my screen too. I don't know how I do that. If I share my,
yeah, there should be a button just right down the middle. It says share, and then it's easiest if you do it by a particular window, so you're not ends up.
Is that video? It says video file and share screen. No,
yeah, just do the share screen, and then once you keep clicking, it'll ask you to share a specific
application window. Okay.
Yeah, and then go to Chrome tab window or whatever you're on.
Chrome tab application window. Boom, and let's see. Are we shared? Maybe.
Yep, we got you pulled up.
Here we go. So yeah, I do most of my charting on TOS. I trade on Lightspeed, but like for example, all these lines look crazy, but I'll go pre-market. Let's say we're looking at Alibaba. And I'll look for key areas, and like if we had a level, right here, I don't see anything, but just like for an example,
you said we're looking at Baba right now.
Yeah. Okay. So this isn't a level that I would probably trade just for lack of other examples currently. I look for big gaps between supply and demand. So if I see a big gap like this, let's say we have some resistance at 237, I would look for Baba to break 237 with room to go up to 244. And the biggest thing about my trading is that I keep really tight stop losses. In any book you read, trading in the zone, one good trade, whatever it is, they all preach the same thing, and that's because it works. If you enter a trade at 237, you got to tell yourself before you take it long, like, okay, I have $1 risk on this. I have a $2 risk on this. And, if you don't do that, you buy in, and a lot of these rookie traders do, like, oh, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to get rich. They don't think about the risk before the upside, And so I find these key levels. Let's say I would take this at 237. I mostly trade large equity blocks. Sometimes I'll trade options. I came up on options. Obviously, it's a little easier to trade options with a smaller account than, if you have a portfolio margin or whatever account. But anywho, so, I'll buy in, let's say 237. I'll tell myself, okay, you know what, we have $1 risk here. So I need at least $3 a room. If that stock has enough room, I'll take the trade. If the risk reward doesn't work out for me, I won't take it. And that's, I guess, like at the core of the basis of how I trade. It's very risk managed and very. I try to keep it simple. Like I'll watch chart patterns and stuff too. Some candlestick patterns, mostly on the 5-day, 5-minute chart. But I don't really do anything crazy. Just try to keep it simple, and I found that simplicity works if you follow your principles.
Yeah, I like that. I like you said at the beginning I think there are too many people that are claiming they have, 100% systems, you'll never lose, whatever, and they're doing all this crazy stuff.
Just let our bot trade for you. You'll become a millionaire.
Yeah.
No.
So it's nice to see, it's nice to hear the refreshing, like this is just not too crazy, nothing too special, just the meat and potatoes of actually trading and using the technical indicators. So we'll have to get you onto our Get Technical show.
I would love that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's actually starting up here right now, and we do that from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern every day. So that will let's see what time that is for you. I don't know, just 2 hours before that.
So 11?
Yeah, 11 to noon for you. So anytime you want to hop on that, we'll get you on Get Technical sometime, because
that'd be awesome.
These so you have like 6 different EMAs going on up there.
Yes, I typically like I said, I trade on light speed. I typically do my charting here, so I have a whole bunch of different setups. Like if I'm trading, see my light speed over there, I have VWAP, the 8-day EMA, and the 21 EMA, and that's all I use when I day trade. That and level 2. I use a lot of level 2, which I think any other day trader uses as well, or they should be. Yeah, man, I just use the tape and the VWAP, 8-day EMA and 21 EMA, and then if I'm charting or if I'm doing swings, longer term, supply and demand, then I'll go to these, million line charts for very simple terms. But yeah, when I day trade, I keep it real simple, man. These are mostly used just for finding trends, finding how much room a stock has to run, fall, stuff like that. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, like I said, I'm sorry our time got a little cut short today, but we'll have to get you back on the Power Hour, back on Get Technical, and I'm excited to learn more about your trading strategies.
Hey, likewise, I appreciate what you guys do. You guys are easily the best scanner in the game, and keep on keeping on.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jacob. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope the weather's good in Denver, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Take care, bro. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Bye-bye.